Hey everybody. You are being serenaded by the sounds of a cat drinking water from his water bowl. That's the type of spontaneous energy we're going for today. This is just a pop-up sprint for writing for Camp NANO because I was just in Morgan Lee's and got 448 words and felt inspired. So even though it's the end of the day, not quite as late as it was for Morgan, but end of the day brain-wise for me, um, I am going to try to get a few hundred more words and do a couple sprints here in the next hour. And I think GwynnaThaWinna might be joining and Tiffany might be joining. So we'll see if they stop by or pop in, I should say. But other than that, can I play music while I'm waiting? Okay, let's go back and do this. Here we go. Hey, cool gamer. Are you getting any words done this evening? You can pop in and say hello, but then I don't think you give us your progress reports. Let us know what's going on. There's Tiffany. Wait till we get rid of it in this room. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just pop her in. Turn off the music and see if that helps. There we go. Ready? Let's see. Ready? Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
My hands looked weird.
You gotta keep them in front of your body so they don't like vanish, right?
Hello.
So you were on Morgan's stream for longer, I bet. So you've got more words coming out. You're just gonna keep it going.
I do, but okay, so I have a story that I was supposed to turn in today that's actually now supposed to be turned in tomorrow. And I've had a migraine for the last 2 days. So I have to write as much as I can today. So hopefully I can get it all done.
You're hopping. I'm enabling the stream hopping. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Cool. Well, do you want to just start? I could put like the little banner up and we could get back to, I just finished a steamy moment that I was like not sure how to deal with, and then I got over the hump. So now I'm like, okay, so now they got to do something about it. So I'm like, my head's sort of like brimming like a couple of water. I need to keep going with it. Otherwise it's just going to be super awkward when I get back to it.
That's so funny. I like, they have to do something about it.
So let me put this.
Well, I just got done with the fight. So
okay.
I mean, well, let's see. I had not the main couple in my story fighting, but she's angry at him and his friend confronted him about what he did. And so now we have to get to the point where she gets to yell at him.
All right, so we've got like a truth reveal and then like some blowing off steam. See, I like it. It's related.
It's kind of, I don't know if it's full on truth reveal. It's more, he walked out at the wrong time.
Okay.
After she made a decision and they're not happy with him.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, which book is this for? Which story is this context wise?
This is for my vampire story that I'm ghostwriting.
Okay.
So yeah. So he's mad because everybody has decided, the main guy is mad because everybody's decided that they are willing to change one of the other guys into a vampire. That he doesn't want to be changed because the guy used to sleep with the woman he's in love with.
Oh, so he doesn't want him around. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Oh, it gets even better because he's also the guy that he doesn't want changed. The woman who changed him has now bonded to that guy. So she wants him around.
Oh, man.
So it's a whole thing. So everybody's mad at him because he walked out because they agreed to change him.
Wow.
And the fun part is I'm the only person at this point that knows that he's gonna wake up in, like, another chapter. So it won't
Okay. All right. Well, I am working on a paranormal romance short story. So this is the one I started
Ooh,
like just 10 days ago. There's a vampire in this one as well. So it's
love
like vampire
it.
hour. I should probably change the background to reflect that it's vampire hour. I don't know. Do I have anything that's I don't think I have anything
I don't
vampire-y.
think I do either. I was trying to think.
I mean,
Mm,
no. Yeah, we'll leave it with that. We're going for some supernatural, so we'll make it a
fantasy type of
there you
something.
go. Yeah, yeah. Morgan's stopping by. Thank you, Morgan, for starting our engines, and now we're gonna just keep going with it all. Yeah. All right. So, we'll start sprinting in the next minute. Pull up your work, pull up your snacks, and I'll put the music back on. Just I don't know, so people have something to listen to. Oh,
Oh, hey.
see. Hey, hey.
Oh,
I need this to focus. Yeah. Doing good, doing good.
yep.
We were inspired by Morgan. She just had a sprint that ended, so we're gonna hop on back into our stories before we lose the thread of the plot. So we'll give it 20 minutes to start, and then hopefully that will help you on your journey as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So music. That'll work. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Okay.
That was our first 20-minute sprint. How'd we do? Welcome, Gwynna. So glad to have you. First sprint.
My first stream, my first Sprint Honest stream. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, I managed to run back here from the restaurant just in time. I was like, I wonder if she'll let me hop on. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you for hosting me.
Pop up. Yeah.
Yeah. I managed to squeeze in about 50 words in that time. So that was pretty good.
Like 9 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. And what are you working on? Since we talked a little bit about our stories, Tiffany and both have vampires in ours. So give us yours.
Oh.
You have vampires too? Let's make it the trifecta.
Not on this project. On my next one.
There you go.
Okay.
On my next project. This one is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi with some paranormal. It's got ghosts. It's got portal magic. It's a bit of an epic. So it was the first book I wrote way back when I was 17. I'm rewriting it now to post it, edit it, and put it up on Kindle Vella. So
very cool.
Hope it works out.
Yeah.
You guys are so good. The first book I wrote when I was 17, I wouldn't even begin to show anybody.
It was so bad.
Like, even if I went back and tried to fix it, like, I'm like, no.
I wrote like a little Newsies fan fiction novella that's like 50 pages. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe somewhere on down the line there will be a fan club that gets to see that. But
no.
Right.
I will die before I republish that first version to Amazon. No.
So fun fact. So you said post-apocalyptic. I read an article today that was nonfiction, but it mentioned the term trans-apocalyptic because we're in the middle of an apocalypse. And I was like, oh, that is the language we need right now because that's like, yes, we're in the middle of a apocalypse. Does that make anyone like understand? Yeah. So interesting stuff. Yeah. So let's see. We had Maggie join us as well. So JC and Maggie.
Awesome.
I was cracking up at one point because the sex scene I was writing, the words that were coming out were just not apt. So yay! Nice to see you on screen. Since JC.
Did you figure out the plural of vampires? Because I was like, isn't it just vampires?
No. I mean, I could just say vampires, but like there's your kind or your club or your like a collective noun is what I needed.
Like a coven?
So, like a what?
Yeah, I'm definitely
like
here with I'm here with like JC, like a brood or a clan.
Yeah.
A brood. A brood makes me think it's chickens. A clan. Clan makes me think of Jamie Fraser. So
well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not a bad thing to think
about. Yes. And if anyone read Gail Carriger's book, she calls them a hive because they have like a social system that she's made up that's like a hive, like a queen vampire and like drones and everything. But I don't know.
I've heard hive. I've heard coven. I've heard hive, or I just said hive. I've heard group.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. This is also what just happened in mine. They've launched Skyward, so we're about to get like an ACOTAR airborne sex scene. Have you guys heard?
Delicious.
What?
It said delicious.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Although I do need to know, are we going to have gravity or are we floating around?
No. It's a vampire and another immortal being that can fly. So they're just going to be able to stay up on their own. They're not in like any sort of zero gravity situation. They're just controlling their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like sky sex.
That has to be interesting. Sky sex has to be. I'm just imagining like a very wingless. Goodness, what's that one Amazon Prime show that just came out? Carnival Row came out a couple years ago.
I haven't watched it, but I get an idea.
Oh, it's got fairies and fairy sex scenes. It's
nice.
It's
really good. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like this crowd might be up for that. So Maggie's busy getting words on the Gargoyle Queen. Yay, pop-up.
Maggie, did you ever get the whole thing fixed yesterday with Amazon?
Yeah, the Kindle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The 10 books. I bet she's parceled it out, like on the schedule, because that's a lot to do.
That is a lot.
She's working on a sweet scene about the gargoyle's life at the Abbey, Glastonbury Abbey, for those who don't know, after her mother's crane was destroyed. Right? And just got potato and food. Yay!
Oh.
Yay, food.
Oh, JC is also rewriting a book that she wrote a year ago. Yep.
JC, tell us about it.
Stephanie Whitson, hello. Trans-apocalyptic is a genre in the 60s? Really?
Really?
Wow. I want to know more about that. Yes, we want to know more about the Gargoyle Queen. Trans-apocalyptic sounds so accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
You call it a clan in the vampire movies. Okay. All right.
I can see clan too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to think about
I
it.
get you.
Come back to it.
The Jamie Fraser. It's hard to let him go.
I know. I can't see the word clan without thinking like clan.
I think Jamie Fraser and clan, and I'm like, je vous en prie.
And who?
Je vous en prie, because he is ready.
Yes.
As we all are.
Listen, if it goes half as hot as Jamie Fraser, you got to use it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll suggest Scottishness.
I
Maybe
do
I'm
think
too
witches
immersed in the
too.
Scottishness and other people won't pick up on it, so that might work. When I think Coven, I think witches, says JC. I've only ever heard of Coven in relation to witches. Me too. Yeah, that would actually be a good thing, because witches are opposed to vampires in the discovery of witches, and they might have a name in that I'm like blanking on at the moment. That would be another one to consider.
Oh, I didn't read this. I've watched it, but I haven't read the books.
I read the first two. The first one was good, but flawed. The second one was like, no. So,
I didn't hear good things about them.
yeah, I heard the last one. The fourth book is like picks back up and is great, and I'm like, yeah, but they're really long. Like, this is like a Wheel of Time situation.
Why would I want to get through 4 books?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
the
we like
first
to
season of the show isn't bad.
Anita, hello. I think I joined for the good part. Oh my gosh, Maggie's already got 7 of the formats corrected.
Oh,
Uploaded.
way to go.
Go, Maggie.
There you go, Mama Maggie.
Uploaded. Okay, awesome.
So you're rewarding yourself with writing about the Gargoyle Queen. Stone Skin. All right, so if anyone wants to check it out, it is currently under Inkit, under Stone Skin.
I don't know if I've ever looked at Inkit.
Inkit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I looked it up because I had Maggie on my channel to interview, so that's how I learned about it. It's like It's kind of like Wattpad, but I think cooler. I don't know. I haven't been on Wattpad, and I just heard like people had stuff on there, so it's the same kind of like free writing post community. And Maggie has a lot of her work up there that is also available elsewhere. So I think it's cool. I like
We'll
it.
have to go check that out.
Yeah, I like going after what bats are called for vampires because I actually have this colony. I like
colony. That would be
especially because they're
interesting.
invading a planet. So that sounds okay. Thank you, Maggie.
Yeah.
There we go. That fits.
Yeah.
Saying hello. Asking Stephanie about the move.
Oh.
Yes, that's a discovery of witches. That is a big. It's not Netflix. It's not Stars. Is it Stars?
Oh no, it's I have the subscription.
Prime?
Give me a second. I have the subscription.
Is it Amazon Prime? Is it?
I have it on AMC Plus.
AMC Plus. Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
But I don't think that's the original, like Sundance. That was the original station it was on. Yeah.
Perfect. Good memory. Yeah, it's on.
It took me a second.
JC. It is a stunning cinematic experience. I really enjoyed the like pirated version that I could. Actually, no, I got the trial version to see the first season, I think, and I haven't been able to see the second season.
Well, that's why I bought the AMC Plus was because I saw the first season, and then I never got to see the second season, and I think they're in the third season or something like
Yeah, they're
that.
on the third right now. So,
But
yeah.
it popped up during Thanksgiving weekend, and I was able to get a whole year for like $12
What?
Oh,
or 18. I know it was under 20
I love a
bucks,
deal.
That's a
and I
good
was just
deal.
like, I'll do that for that.
Yeah. So Inca is a free reading app.
Okay.
That is her edition here. Stephanie's in Texas, chilling, looking at houses, narrowed down the area, made progress. Excellent.
Oh, my cousin lives in Texas.
Less fanficky than Wattpad. All right.
Okay.
It is good, although I haven't listened there in a while. Anita says.
Okay.
Oh, see? All these people know more about it than I do, so glad you're here to fill us in. Only saw the first season too. Yeah. It's really good. I started following Teresa, the actress who plays the main character. She's got some interesting life details.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's Australian. She's got like 5 kids. She's got all this like breastfeeding content, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Go her.
Yeah.
Power to her.
AMC. Good to know.
And she looks like she's 10.
I know. She looks so young. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever you're doing is working.
You said 5 kids, and I couldn't picture it.
I think the first time I heard that she had that many kids, I was like, I thought you were like 25.
That's a soccer team.
And
She's got a soccer team with no wrinkles.
Right. And because she has an American accent in the series, you hear her Australian, you're like, wait, what? So I think she's really talented.
I think the first thing I saw her in was what was it? It was I want to say it was Warm Bodies, and she has an Australian accent. The guy has a British accent, and all of them are talking English. And I think there's another person that has like another accent, and I was like, what is going on in our world?
Yeah.
Like, I'd just rather hear the accents. Let me hear them if you have them.
I know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like all the choices Maggie is talking about. It makes for fun stuff. I think I was inspired kind of by This Is How You Lose the Time War in my current short story, but also Penelope's book Angel Born, which I read in February. So there's lots of good sort of paranormal stuff that kept popping up. So that's why I was like, let's do this. Let's do this. True
there's
crime.
nothing wrong with Law and Order.
Yes.
Love some Law and Order.
Although SVU does sort of go off the rails in several like bad directions. So, the original.
I haven't done SVU in a while, so I don't know.
Listen, I'm not sure how recently you guys have rewatched Criminal Minds, but I just earlier in the year I did a full rewatch of all 17 seasons or something, and it was fulfilling in my heart.
Criminal Minds. I never watched that.
I never watched Criminal Minds freaked me out. So I think I watched one episode and I was like, ooh, no, you're a little too psychological.
I love it. I love it.
A little hard on the terror, maybe.
It's not really no, you know what it is? Like, okay,
Thriller.
number one, I'm a scaredy cat. But number two, it's like their stuff makes me think like, okay, I have a cousin who won't watch Snapped because he's like, it makes me think that women could lose their mind any minute. And I'm like, because women can lose their mind any minute.
That's
and
true.
That's how I feel about Criminal Minds. I'm like, it makes me think that like every person I walk by, I'm like, you're crazy. You're psychotic. You're wrong.
Makes you learn how to not push people's buttons. Develop patience.
That would be a good thing, right?
Right. Oh, Pin. I missed the seasons with Derek Morgan. He was one of the original crew, and he and Penelope had this wonderful development in their relationship. Like, it wasn't romantic, just a very, like, it was a friendship, but just absolutely one of the best friendships I've ever seen written between a man and a woman on TV. So if you're going to watch it for anything, watch it for that screenwriting, because I've very rarely seen a stronger friendship.
And that starts at the beginning and then sort of fades out partway through.
Well, he as a character leaves
Isis.
around season like 12 or 13. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bones
Oh,
was a
I
good
love
one.
Bones. Bones was good.
Cannot relate.
Couldn't watch the beginning of it though, because it
Huh?
was always I couldn't watch the beginning like snippet because there was generally like disgusting bodies and icky stuff.
Yeah. He usually like start about like 2/3 the way in, a third of the way in.
Like I just wait until like the music played and then I was like, okay.
He's got it exactly. That friendship between Derek and Penelope, so good.
Huh. All right. Well, I mean, you're selling me on it. Is it on Netflix?
The first
Yeah.
12 or 13 seasons are on
I think so.
Netflix.
So that's what I would probably want to watch. But yeah. Okay.
Listen,
That's a start.
I loved Reed's character for the first like 10 seasons. And then I don't want to talk about it. Let's forget that part happened. For me, the first 10 seasons are enshrined in my brain. Okay. They're the perfect TV show. And after that, I mentally block it out. I know what happens, but I mentally block it out. Can't do it anymore. Broke my heart.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't have any TV shows that I rewatch because they take so much more time than a movie to rewatch, and I can't like binge.
I'm not a big movie person, so for me, it's a very TV show.
I am a big entertainment person, so it's both.
There we go. We're all like all represented.
But I would say if there's one TV show, and this is either going to date me or it's going to crack some people up. If there was one TV show that I could watch over and over again, and my aunt and I actually used to binge it every other year, would be Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love Buffy.
Never watched.
Margaret.
I know.
Margaret.
Turn this off and go watch right now.
Classic.
I know. I'm in the like age bracket that would have watched it, but for some reason I didn't. I'm not sure why. I don't know.
It was I'd say it's about like 5 or 6 years before my time, so just enough time to get it off the TV. But I watched reruns of it all through college, and it got me through my college years.
Really?
Like Buffy, just fulfilling.
But I tend to your point, Margaret, about how TV shows take longer to rewatch than movies.
Yeah.
I sometimes will put them on while I'm doing things.
Oh.
Like that's a lot of like background noise, like when I'm editing pictures or doing different stuff.
Just
like that's how I tend to watch
with the Frasier. I can't do that. That's one of my like. If I'm gonna listen to something with words, I need to listen to it to understand it. I guess if I watch something so many times, I could probably just have it as background noise, like Austin Land, perhaps. That movie I've watched so many times.
Oh, I love Austin Land.
But
you see,
then I'd want to sit down and watch it, so it'd just be too distracting.
I was reading this study the other day. It was saying something about how people hear sounds differently. Like some people listen to like the beat and the rhythm of things, and some people are more drawn to like lyrics, and people who are drawn to lyrics can't listen to music with lyrics while doing other things.
Right.
It also breaks their focus.
I love hearing about that stuff because it like helps you push the buttons of your own sort of like working.
Exactly. As what JC, listen, I don't want to talk about how they destroyed the relationship between JJ and Reed in those last 5 seasons. I'm not gonna process it, okay? Because they had a good thing and the development was there and the piece had been made and they ruined it, and I'm not okay. We should get back to sprinting.
On the other side of that, JC, I will sit and watch Charmed and Pretty Little Liars with you anytime you want.
I never saw Pretty Little Liars, but I did at one point go back and like start watching the first couple seasons. I think I got to like the second season midway or something of Charmed, the original, and I was like trying to get into it, but I had a little nostalgia for the San Francisco of the 90s or the early aughts, but it wasn't enough. It was just like it was too campy, and that's not my thing. So I don't know how well I do with Buffy. And Yes, I've never seen Buffy. I mean, I've seen clips of it, but I haven't actually watched it. And what have I been doing with my life? Good
Apparently
question.
nothing.
Apparently nothing. Yeah, music on the weather channel.
The Weather Channel, though?
Hey,
Thank you, JP.
Maggie is productive. That is how she does it. Weather channel.
Hey.
That's
I like it.
Yeah.
That's true. I see her word counts and it just blows my mind.
Yep. Using every possible minute of the day in a productive. That sounds too mercenary. In a useful manner. How about that?
Meaningful. Yeah.
You guys ready for another sprint? Now we're caught up with that.
I was almost done with my scene. In all fairness, I was half copying some of what I wrote earlier and pasting it in.
Oh, okay.
But it's hard when you go from third person to first person.
Yeah, okay. That can be tricky.
Yeah.
Good luck.
She's writing while we're chatting.
Oh my gosh.
Jesse just wants to go watch TV now. See? Opposite reactions. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to 20. Let's see. Start at 20. I'm going to go for 25 this time.
Perfect. Yes.
All right. I'm going to change up our music here to, what is this? Dance pop. What does that mean? Is it terrible?
Funky.
It is funky.
Right? That's exactly the
motion. We're changing, Margaret. You now have to do dance party karaoke and not just karaoke.
I did that. When Barrett was singing, I was doing like interpretive dance. So I know what the crowd wants. All right, so let's start at 20. Jump in. I'm gonna mute myself, and we'll come back in 25 minutes. Good luck, everybody. Happy writing. our long 25-minute sprint.
That went by way fast.
What's that?
Said that went by way too fast.
I don't know.
Let's see what I got.
We had a discussion about TV shows here that we'll dive into. I got 403 words. Pretty satisfied with my 3 sprints. 2 here and 1 with Morgan.
Looks like I got 272, which puts me at a total of, I know, just under 700. So
Nice. Wait, do you have fingerless gloves from Story Arts, or is this from something else?
This is from Amazon. These are I am developing arthritis and carpal tunnel gloves. And
boy.
Yeah, I had to run and grab these. I was like, oh no.
Oh,
Not my
okay.
hands.
I hope they help. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I got them just a couple days ago, so I'll give you updates.
That's good. Yeah. So JC is watching TV for the writing. She's looking at masterclass angle. It says, love trying to see plot points, story arcs. Yep, masterclass, exactly. JC is mentioning This Is Us, and that's one I steered clear of just because I knew it was going to be a tearjerker, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for all that. So, yeah, but I've heard it's really, really good.
I literally was just talking about this with someone else this weekend. And so when she brought it up, I was just like,
Yeah.
You kind of have to emotionally prepare yourself for shows like that. You know, you really have to be like, okay, no, I'm going to set aside my emotional availability so I have room to cry.
Right. Put up like a wall or take the wall down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed off my popcorn, and Maggie said, now am I supposed to have a bag? Yeah.
I'm going to make the popcorn sprint a thing. I'm going to make the popcorn sprint a thing.
You really are, Tiffany.
It's way better than that pineapple pizza thing.
Yeah.
No, it is not. Take that back. You take that back, Tiffany.
Uh-oh.
I think they're both good. I think they're both good. They both have their high points and low points, as we said. I guess it doesn't playlist listen to. Anyone else have whip or character specific playlists?
I actually do not. I am always amazed by people who have like storyboards or like playlists, anything that they help to think of a story. Too, I don't understand that visual audio or auditory link. It's incredible to me, but
I sometimes will have a vision-y kind of board thing. But I do a lot of times have playlists, but that's only because certain songs like I'll be listening to. Like I have a story that I'm working on, and there's a Taylor Swift song that popped in, and it helped me like kind of think of how to rework a character. And so like I have it like on a playlist of different things. So whenever something like that hits, then I'm like, ooh, and I'll add it to that playlist or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I guess I'm just not a playlist person in general. Like I'm old school, man. I'm still on Pandora, and I've got every song. Like, I've got a playlist just like 3,000 songs long. It's all on one. I've got everything on one playlist.
How do you have it all in one?
I never made extra playlists. It's just all under my
favorite
thumbs up.
Something. Because I know they have that thing where you like if you favorite something, it all goes on like your master list or something like that.
So that's a master list, but you can go to like the song. You can select the song and you can click add to a playlist, right? And then you add it to the playlist, my thumbs up, and then it's on the same playlist with all your other thumbs up songs. So I just have a playlist.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's just on a playlist with like 3,000 other songs.
I feel like that's just kind of the same as Thumbprint, which like goes through all the ones that you've thumbed up.
That's it. It is your thumbprint. Okay. Yeah, you just add it to your thumbprint.
That is just a mess. I have no interest in that playlist at all. I like a certain mood when I'm looking for a certain mood. I have like 45 different stations, and there's slight gradations in each one. But it's for writing. It's for like dance and walking and like actually it is for writing. The writing ones are just like peaceful, calm music though. Nothing character related, just like background noise. So
I
Can
definitely.
I
Not me.
used to
I'm a
have
mess.
I used to have my walking playlist on Spotify, and it drove me bananas because I went through and specifically picked songs for it. And I'd be halfway through the list and some random song would come on. I'm like, what is this? Don't add stuff to my list.
you're like, out. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. So we have a first timer here.
Yay!
OMG, it's my first nano sprint. This is so exciting. Just saw this pop up on my feed. Totally needed this to get back into writing. Darn it!
Welcome!
We're winding down. So I was on someone else's stream and we popped this one up so that we could do a couple more after that one because I think I'm behind in time zones and we're winding down now. So
Margaret, you're West Coast?
I'm West Coast, yeah.
You're West Coast. Tiffany, where are you at?
Central.
Central? I'm East Coast. So I know I'm way up past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to be East Coast when I lived in Michigan.
Michigan is still so very Midwest.
I know. It always threw me
There
off.
must be part of it that's central and part of it that's eastern.
I don't know, but I was Eastern time, and it would throw me off because my family is from Missouri, and I have part of my family in Missouri, part of my family in Colorado, and then part of my family in Western Coast or West Coast. So I had to remember all of them.
Wow. That's a lot of work. I barely keep up with my relatives down in on the Panhandle in Florida. Like that's one time zone over, and it's one time zone too much.
Yeah. When I went on the train from Chicago to Boston, like I left Chicago and less than half an hour later I was in Indiana and the time zone switched. And that was weird. But I think that Michigan is right above that. So I think that there's part of Michigan there must be a divide. I hope it's easy to remember, but doubt it, you know.
Mia, you have fan casts? Wow.
What is a fan cast?
When you cast a TV or film adaptation of your work, that is like
like with pictures of who your characters are.
Yes,
yeah, like this actor.
Oh, I have that. I didn't know that was what it was called.
That's so cool. The dedication.
Oh, I do. Oh, let me see if I can find it because I love my cast actually.
You call it dedication. I call it procrastination because if I do all that stuff, it would just be procrastinating for me. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, the menu.
Wow. Even scents. Mama Maggie, drop your favorite candles in the chat.
Or drinks?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Let's see if I can get it to come up. Okay, so that's one of my main characters.
Wait.
Oh,
wait, hold on. I hit something wrong.
no.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So that's my main character, Rochelle.
Okay.
And then that's Axel.
Wait. Is this on Notion?
Yes, it is. And then Toya. And Isaac. And Janet.
You've really casted the whole crew.
Oh my gosh.
Gnome.
Oh my gosh.
Maya.
Wow. I feel like I'm so behind. I feel like you guys have done so much.
Not me.
I have I'm awful at describing people. Like my descriptions are like, she walked into the room and twirled her hair. So I feel like people know her hair is curly.
I wouldn't assume that.
No. So I'm so bad at it. So that's why I have to have people's pictures or I can't think of how to describe someone. Because I know what they look like in my head, but I'm like, I need something that I can, like when I get to that part where I'm describing them, I can look at and be like, this is what they look like. So that's why I always generally have a cast.
So in the vein of that, so I don't have like a series Bible, but for the series that I wrote, I did need to remember like eye color, like hair color, like whatever I had referred to. And instead of copying and pasting the details that I actually had people I'd found in search, but they were like random people who had headshots at a talent agency that came up in Google search. It wasn't like I was like, oh, and Jamie Fraser is played by what's his name. It was just like, okay, this is the face and this is what I'm going to use as like a bookmark so that I can go back and remember But
Well,
that's
in
as
all
far as I
fairness,
got, like 4 people, 5 people.
I think I maybe do something similar. Like I'm like, well, I first start on Unsplash and I just look up like
Yeah.
older black men or older
Right.
men or whatever. And so I just scroll through, and if somebody looks like, I'd be like, ooh, you could be that person, then I'll just save them.
Yeah.
Or if I know, like I knew that my main character had curly hair because she plays with her hair all the time. So I
Okay.
needed someone with curly hair. I knew that my main guy had blonde hair because she talks about the fact that he looks like he washed his hair and forgot to that's true. What did she say? He looks like somebody who washed his hair and forgot to rinse out the shampoo.
Oh no, not the shampoo. Oh, that's greasy.
So yeah, so I knew he had to have like blonde hair, kind of dyed blonde hair. So yeah, so I just will look up things like that. Like I'm like tall dude with blonde hair. I don't know.
Yeah.
You see, here's the thing, like y'all have like these fan casts, these playlists since like from Mama Maggie. I have an Excel sheet. It's it's not even color coded. Like it's just names, how old they are,
Oh
eye
yeah,
color, hair color.
that's one of the things I keep forgetting is like when people were born. And so I had to go back and like unearth whatever scrap of paper I found that on because I'm working on a prequel. So I had to like keep that on my notepad on the.
It's so ugly.
I always
it's
have
a
to have
massive list.
Yeah.
I always, at least if I have nothing else, I have to have what they look like, and I have to have, because I write a lot of like paranormal, so I always have to know what they like when they were born, when they might have been changed into a vampire, when they first changed into a shifter, like all that great information. And especially with this story that I'm working, is because they have a certain window that they can shift, and if they don't, then it becomes a thing, and that's like part of
World building.
the conflict is
Oh.
because one of the characters didn't, and now there's resentments and there's all kinds of stuff. So I had to remember, especially because my main character, she shifts past that time frame, so then they're like, what?
What do
How's
we do?
that
We do.
possible? So it sets off a whole bunch of stuff. So I had to remember all the different stuff and people's ages, so I knew when everybody shifted.
That's hard. So yeah, and you just
That's a
putting
lot.
Pinterest. That's a good hint, or not hint, tip.
If I could draw, Nina,
Wow. Yeah, no.
that would
If I
hurt
could
some
draw,
people.
why would I write a book?
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris.
Y'all are so talented. So talented.
Unpopular.
Just to be able to put together a Pinterest.
Procrastination. Yeah, I haven't been on Pinterest in years. Have not been on Pinterest in years.
I love, wait, just to put together Pinterest?
Just to put together a Pinterest, man. Not me. Not me. I tried to do a Pinterest for my wedding. It was awful. I got like 3 pictures.
Oh.
It was not worth it.
Ah, all right.
Oh.
Well, how
That's
are you
cool.
guys feeling at this point? Because I'm at 3 sprints and my brain's kind of like, I'm done. I'm ready to talk about TV and kind of fritter away all the energy. So, are you still feeling like you're gonna find another sprint to hop into, or how's it going?
Honestly, I feel like I could go for a Criminal Minds rewatch tonight.
Oh my god!
I could probably watch a Buffy.
You know,
I don't know. My story is so, I'm weird. I got done with not quite the whole first chapter, but I started writing it before I got the migraine, and so I have like 5,000 words already done, but I hate all of them with the exception of maybe one scene. So I'm trying to figure out how to move some of it into here to make it work. So I'm almost at 3,000 for the night. For the day. I might try to push to the 3 because I know the next scene and it's kind of a critical scene, so I might try to write it. I don't know.
Or like
outline
at that
or
point,
zero draft it.
envision it and then sleep on it, so that when you wake up, you're like, oh yes, now my dreams are feeding me. Like what should happen? Because I do that sometimes.
Well, see, I almost need to do that for the second chapter because I know what's supposed to happen. I'm just not sure how it happened.
Yeah, this rewrite is being turned into a Kindle Vella, and they're supposed to keep their episodes. You can do anywhere from 600 words to 6,000 words, but apparently most people try to keep it around the 2K mark. So I am at 908 words for this first episode, which I think is going to be a good start. You know, I feel like I can just finally, I got my ground underneath me, and that is all I wanted to do today. So thank you guys so much for your help.
I keep thinking about doing a Kindle Vella, but I don't think I've done enough research to know exactly what to do.
Yeah, I definitely have not. I just I hear people talk about it. Are you planning on putting it into the system before you finish the series?
Yes, I am. Yes, I
I'm
am.
like,
that feels like pressure.
Because I've already read the book once before, I know where it's going. I know what to do. I know, like, I have it, and I have the second book entirely written as well. So it is, so I have it and the sequel entirely written. I just have to rewrite this first book because it's trash. You can't post anything you wrote at 17 years old. So, just because I know the plot points, I feel pretty comfortable with this one, but we'll see how it goes. I'm thinking my next Kindle Vella will be a romance, and I have never written a romance before, so we'll see.
Join the club. Yay!
And Margaret, I'm so gonna have to pick your brain because I have an idea for a historical romance, and I have written romance but not historical, and I know you've done historical. So I'm gonna one day have to, when I get ready to actually get down into it, I'm gonna have to pick your brain.
Well, Emily Harris is going to be the one who's more versed in historical romance specifically, but we could definitely like have a panel to talk about it because that would be really cool. I'll do the advertising, but I have complete books to add, so I'm ahead of other authors. There's so many ended books on Villa. Yeah,
I've heard. I've heard.
Hey, Devin! I foiled your list. I just popped this up and went live in like a minute.
I know. I loved your start time. What was it, like 8:23?
Yeah.
Everybody's always like 8 o'clock, 8:30.
6:32 or something. Yeah. I was like, oh, let's do it.
That was great. JC said something about there's no sprints happening. I have thought about doing a nighttime sprint like thing where it starts maybe like at 9:30, but it's like a pajama party sprint.
That's fun. Yeah.
Well, that worked better than the first thought that I had, which was like in bed sprint, and I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Well,
sounds like we're doing like an OnlyFans sprint or something. We're not having that. So I was like, maybe a pajama like party sprint, PJ sprint.
Devin is so fast on this.
I know.
This is why the MVP.
MVP for real.
Really is. I've been on his playlist for the past 3 days, trying to get the motivation to finish my queries and get started on this Vella. So
accountability sprints kind of thing.
Yeah. Just finally did it today.
Nice.
Awesome. Yay. Yes, because you were sending them out during Margaret's sprint. I mean, not your Margaret. During Morgan's sprint.
Yes, ma'am. Got up to 30 queries. It's a lot. PJs and scribbles.
Ooh, I like that.
Mama Maggie with the titles. Exactly. So let's wind down, and we talked about what we were working on, but we didn't even talk about our channel. So go ahead, Tiffany, tell us what you've got coming up on your channel, your next big thing you want people to know about.
I'm trying to think. My next big thing that oh wow, I'm huge. Wasn't prepared for that. My next big thing that I have going right now, I wanted to do some Camp Nano sprints, and somehow I'm just not finding the time to do them. So hopefully I will be able to get some up before the end of the month. But I think I'm going to be on Barrett's sprint tomorrow, and I know I'm going to be on his sprint during Michael Chen's Write-a-thon this weekend.
Ooh,
and
yes. Cool. Writer Town?
He didn't tell me what the name of the write-a-thon was. He just
It's like
was
something
like,
Junction. Does anyone
okay.
remember the name? Because it's got a map and like a little world.
I feel like this
don't
is what we
know.
have Devin for. Like Devin can just drop.
All right, Devin, we're looking at you.
My subscription fee, so I definitely saw it go by. But yeah, the 23rd. That's exciting.
And I should have a new podcast episode coming next week.
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Cool. And Gwynna, go ahead and tell us what's coming up for you and what's your channel about. What do you like highlighting?
Well, my name is Gwynna. I am an aspiring hybrid author. I am currently working on my Kindle Vella. I have finished my 3rd book that I am querying for traditional publishing. My Kindle Vella officially will launch on June 1st, and my YouTube channel will officially launch on July 1st. So lots more to come from me, but for now, just in the background, nose to the grindstone.
I like
yes. We know that feeling. Yay.
No.
Oh boy. Okay.
I think I saw the name too.
Yeah, Writer's Junction. I was
there. It is.
Okay, there it
put it
is.
together. Yeah.
Nia, thank you.
Oh, there we go. I was like, we're saying goodnight to Anita, but I missed her message that said she was going to be popping off.
Oh.
So, yeah. Good night. Good night. Got White Michael's Write-a-thon happening.
Knew he'd do it. Great job, Devin.
You know?
Yay. Can't wait to
Thank you, JC.
Yay. All right. Well, I'm going to close it out because I've got a couple more things to do off screen tonight. But thank you guys for joining me. That was delightful that we could pop on together and get hundreds of words and I don't know.
I
just
don't think I've ever
talking about
with you.
vampires and fairies in the sky. All right. Well, hope that was helpful for you guys sprinting with us. Thank you so much for joining. And who knows, maybe we'll pop up again soon. Have a great night. Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.